Okay, so I just done a power scaling on Sobek and why he's so powerful, but it really wasn't enough time trying to stay on that format for the short. So I want to do a deeper dive into why Sobek is one of the most powerful deities mentioned. Period. So first of all, knowing about Sobek, we've seen him as the crocodile god. So we know he has an association with the Nile and also like rebirth and vegetation and all that. But getting deeper into who Sobek is, I had to consult some literature from the coffin text that really like highlights his power. So first of all, Sobek is a primordial being. He is a deity who existed prior to the Enid, as you may know him, or the Pasejet. So he's actually not even bound by the same rules, like the cosmic order of them. He is outside of that and always has been. And that's probably why he manifests himself the way that he does. So if he's not part of them and he comes before them, where does he come from? Well, the only thing that was there before the Enid was the Ogduit, who were the source that created that generation of primordial energy. And he is the manifestation of two of those primary sources coming from the Ogduit. He is combined with a male and a female principle, being both thought and perception. So the very things that Ptah was working with in the creation of the universe, right? This is where Sobek is drawing his energy from. So he is a creature who was central in the creation process of the universe, of everything. So with that, he has the ability to influence or alter reality. He is that level of God. Now I have him at an 8. Now usually creating reality, like I'm going to see him as more someone who's creating or altering reality, but not necessarily capable of creating, which is where I would put, a 9 or a top deity. But this is where he ranks in overall deities, right? If I'm looking at like an Asar or Re, I would put them at that 9 level. So this is where he is. But again, one of the most powerful beings of the Nethers. He is also said to be a source of magic. Not just a magic wielder himself, but a source of magic that others could draw off of. And he is mentioned by that in the pyramid text, where it mentions, I am drawing on the powers or the waters of the Lord of Waters. And that is one of his titles, being the Lord of Waters, which brings us to the third extension of what his abilities are, and that is his mastery or control over water. We talked about lots of other deities, like water deities, and how powerful water deities are. We might mention Poseidon, we might mention Oya, or those deities. He also commands those abilities, in addition to being a primordial being, in addition to having his ability to, alter reality, being a source of magical energy himself, and he is Lord of the Waters. So again, one of the most powerful of all the Nethers. I think anyone challenging him, you're going to find out about him. And he clearly does not adhere to the rules of the Ennead. He does not feel bound by those. And in fact, one of his names is the wrongdoer. Right? He followed his own path. So again, if you have more to add to it, I've just kind of been going into Sobek, and I want to explain why I have him. I want to go into a little more depth about why I consider him to be one of the most powerful of all the Nethers. Thank you again. If you have more to add, please do so in the comment section. But go and click that like and subscribe so you know when new videos are in the loop.